모든 경기장 도시락.
All right, so here we are, guys, on Calm Before the Storm. In the top left-hand corner, we have our blue Protoss player hailing from Team SEV Life. That is Cyrano. And his opponent over on the top right-hand corner, our red Zerg player from Team ReIGN. That is SLush, and SLush has taken a game back right now. So, what up, dog? Test.
What up, dog?
3.
Test. Go.
All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is, again, do or die, as you mentioned, for Team ReIGN, as SLush is now tasked with coming back and killing 3 more members of Team SEV Life. He did very well with the Ragnarok, but now he's got a Protoss player to go up against.
Yep, and looks like it's going to be a gateway expand for Cyrano. That pylon looks like scary far away from that ramp, though, man.
No, it does.
It looks like the gateway almost can't fit there, but I think it barely can. But man, that is like that worries me.
Usually, you'll see players put it like right here, just so it's pretty far away, or something
at least
like
one
that.
hex closer.
Like that,
I mean,
yeah.
That's a tad worrisome, actually. But I think Cyrano's probably done this enough on this map that where to put the pylon. Looks a little bit weird.
Yes, indeed. So, okay, well, we're going to find out here in just a second as he'll be putting down that 13 gateway, or so I would imagine.
Oh.
No, he is going to
I think he's going to go Nexus first.
All right, yes, he is. This is Calm Before the Storm. Of course, you can. You have an expansion, I should say, as you go through your main, out the back, down onto low ground. There's an expansion sitting back on there that's pretty easy to defend, so it leads kind of similar to what Crevasse did, leads to a lot of very fast command structure builds.
Yeah. That's right. Pool first for SLush, so he's going to be doing that little bit economical, more economical opening, like we see pretty often here. Don't know if he's really the type to get that really fast third hatchery, although by taking his natural there, he certainly could. We'll have to kind of wait and see, see what he decides. It's perfectly fine just to not do that, but against a Protoss that's Nexus firsting, why not? Can you really make Nexus first into a verb? I don't know. I might have to take
wondering.
that back.
I was totally going to let it go. That was awesome,
I don't know if you
though.
can really say Nexus firsting. I think against a Protoss player who decides to go with the Nexus first opening.
We are inventoring the English language here, ladies and gentlemen. You tune in an IPL not just for the amazing games, but also the amazing commentary.
That when you take 2 words, put them together and make them a verb, that is called inventigrating. It's a combination of inventing and integrating.
Yes,
inventigrating.
I like that. I even picked up on that. Had the integrating in there and
good.
everything. Such a good corporate buzzword.
Just want to explain it. Looks like the gateway does indeed get there in time. The pylon was properly placed.
Was indeed, and he's dropping in that probe there. The probe gets to stand sentry duty for a little while to make sure that nothing runs through.
Yep.
This poor probe is going to die in a second, though.
Yep.
Bye-bye, probe.
Save Proberto. Don't know if he's going to be able to. Yep, and that will be a really fast third hatchery. So, yeah, I mean, on this map, I think that's perfectly reasonable to do.
And, oh, look at that.
Nice.
He actually stops the Zergling from attacking there for a little while, and that's going to allow Probe to get back home. So,
that's
Probe,
awesome.
I just named him Probe instead of the Probe.
That's a really cool little move there.
I really like that.
Yeah.
So,
Friendship
SLush
is magic.
Doesn't get himself that kill there. And second assimilator coming down for Cyrano now as SLush is firmly on 3 base.
Yep. That's right. So, after this 3 base, SLush has, again, a lot of options. I kind of actually like mutas on this map. I've been seeing a lot of Zerg players do that, and against Protoss on a map like this, mutas can be infinitely annoying if they're controlled right.
Yes.
So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what SLush decides to do, but I don't know. I just like seeing mutas in PvZ anyway, so
I definitely agree with you.
I will be biased.
No, I'm quite all right with that. They have a lot of uses, and once they get some weapons upgrades, they're even able to tangle with Stalkers pretty well as well. All right, so let's see here as Cyrano is going to get that probe cleaned up, but not before he scouts everything, even scouts the double extractors coming down.
Yeah, pretty quick second gas there for SLush. He's going to want to get a lot of gas very early. Cyrano's got to be wondering a little bit about what that may mean. Oh, man, that probe, barely getting away.
Yes, the
Assassin Zergling doesn't allow it to happen.
I thought he was kind of like a little bouncer on the side. He
Oh,
was
look
just
at that.
sitting there.
5 more gateways on the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 gate, no forge up quite yet either.
Yeah,
this
look at
is
that.
a very, very strong follow-up to the Nexus first.
Yep, 6 gate getting that third gas as well. So might just go for some sort of gateway timing, albeit a bit of an odd one. But
Yeah.
you know, it could work, especially against a Zerg player that goes for that really fast third hatchery. He may not be prepared for just a good old standard gateway timing push. So Cyrano may actually just have a little opportunity here to just come out and win.
And I wonder what Slush is going to go for. He actually hex gassed
Fast lair
at once. So he does have lair coming out right now, but he is going to save up a ton of gas in a very short period of time here. And, of course, he's going to need to replenish those drones that he just lost off of minerals with more drones, meaning that, yeah, look, that's 12 more coming up. Exactly, just proves what I said. And that's coming at the cost of any units on the ground. He has 2 units, and that's a 6 gate.
I think Slush may be in a bit of trouble here. He's making 3 spine crawlers and 4 zerglings. He's going to have a total of 4. Those spine crawlers are not going to be up in time, I don't think.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's going to be close. But, yeah, I've got a feeling Slush may become the victim of yet another 2-base Protoss timing attack.
Well, no, you're exactly right. As here come out a few force fields there, but the drones are getting involved in this engagement as well. The front line of Zealots has actually gone down. More Zerglings are starting to reinforce.
Oh, man.
All right, let's see. A few more Zealots are being warped in right now. A couple of these Stalkers have gone down, but now the supplies are starting to be equalized for our 2 players, and these Zealots are just crushing through the front line. However, 3 more Spine Crawlers did finish up. We'll see if that's going to be enough with those Queens and a couple of transfusions here in a second to be able to stop this.
I could see him waiting for a round of Stalkers here before going in. He's going to throw down a Twilight Council. He's got to be careful not to let the Zealots get poked like that. We'll see. Yeah, there is a Spire for Slush, so he is planning on trying to get some Mutalisks out, but we'll see if he's able to or not.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of drones, but he held it okay. A couple Stalkers coming out now.
Let's see here. It
and
looks
he's
like
just going to give it up. Okay. I think it's a good decision by Cyrano. It was a little bit too dicey there.
Yeah, I agree. Cyrano moving away. He did kill 16 workers, though, but as you mentioned before, that's going to be a ton of gas up, actually, for Slush. So
yeah, those spine crawlers really, really saved him there.
Yes, I really agree with you. Just the presence of those was enough to push Cyrano away, so he didn't want to attack into that with a bunch of Zerglings still sitting there. Dark Shrine is coming up at the moment, though. Oh, but those units actually aren't away. That could be a few sentries that go down. Looks like Slush, though, bounces away.
Really good move by Cyrano not to use any force fields, actually, not to get scared into doing that, using up some energy you wouldn't have necessarily needed to otherwise. That Dark Shrine, though, yeah, that could be something that could present a bit of a, excuse me, a bit of a problem for Slush if he's not prepared for it. He does have an Overseer on the way, so yeah, at this point he should be okay with it.
And just continued droning now from Slush as he is moving back into full 3-base production. Look how much gas he has at the 11-minute mark.
Gas, man.
That is ridiculous. So
I don't think you need that much gas.
No, I don't think you do either.
I think he would have wanted to put a lot of that into Mutalisks at this point. But of course, he's had to make a lot of Zerglings just to stay alive.
And that's still what he's going to do whenever he can. So 5 Overlords coming up at the same time. Once those start popping, he'll start replenishing all of his supply with Mutalisks here in a second. And he has enough for 7 mutas. There they are, and he'll continue to add them on one at a time as he gets the necessary minerals.
Yeah, the Dark Shrine is just finished here now. And Cyrano can use that to kind of harass the outlying bases for Zerg. That's kind of the nice little benefit of that, is that you can, if a Zerg, tries to take a lot of bases, which a lot of Zergs will try to take bases in kind of weird, random, far apart places on the map.
Sure.
A good way to harass that is send a DT at each one of them. It takes a lot for Zerg to get there and get what it takes to hold that off.
That's the nice part about DTs, is that their DPS is actually so high that, is what I meant to say, that even if you have the detection in place, it can still be quite difficult to deal with at times.
Know about
but
sending
not
them
this.
off to the main like that. Yeah, that's not really quite what you want to do.
Wow, that's a
with
lot
them.
of resources lost.
Yeah, no kidding. That DT's not going to last too much longer either. Where is he? Overseer, he's got to be getting there pretty soon.
I hope so. He's trudging his way along. This DT is going to get a couple of kills.
All right.
Can't we just
all
let
the way over to the
drones
natural
die?
expansion?
Yeah.
Jerk Overseer.
5 more mutas coming up in addition to the 21 that are already on the field. So this is actually a staggering number of mutas, and they're going to hit just as +1 flyer attacks is done. There's only 12 Stalkers out on the field right now. We do have a hidden base coming up for Slush, but look at that. DT picks up on it.
Now, Cyrano's going to have Blink. In fact, he does have Blink right now. It's going to help him out a little bit in terms of holding off those mutas. But, at this point, he's going to want to produce a lot more Stalkers than what he has now. Either that or more cannons. And there's the Guardian Shield. Okay, yep. And the Stalkers do get there just in time.
Yeah, it looks like those Mutos are going to get pushed away. 2 actually die in that little group. A couple of Stalkers are going to die up at the front, especially with +1 attacks done now. 24 soon to be, wow, 33 Mutas on the field. So Slush doing nothing. You know, we said, wow, 1,600 gas before. Yeah, he certainly just went through it all.
Yep. Yeah, and he wanted to do that even earlier. You know, this map is so good for just kind of going crazy amounts of Mutalisks on. It becomes very, very difficult for Protoss to maneuver back and forth between their bases to hold it off. As you can see there, takes Blink at the very least, and even with Blink, you know, it's really hard to match the numbers.
That.
Wow, and just a lot of Stalkers dying here. Yeah, I don't know if Cyrano can hold this off.
Yeah, Slush doing quite a bit of damage right now and picking off a bunch of workers as he goes. Now up by about 50 supply at the moment. We do have that Templar Archives on the way, but it's going to be a long time before Storm gets done. He will have the ability to make some Archons here in a second, though.
Yeah, if he does get the Templar tech up, that will help him certainly quite a bit in handling those Mutalisks. But, you know, like you mentioned, the question is, will he be able to get to that point?
Well, we'll find out now. Looks like this is 20 Mutas of the 25 that are on the field. I'm not sure where the other 5 are sitting around. Slackers at the moment, apparently. There they go.
There they are. Yep.
Okay, +2 attacks on the way as well, and +2 attacks with these Mutalisks is actually incredibly strong.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, +2 weapons on the way as well. And he needs to find a place without a lot of cannons, and that is a place without a lot of cannons. That's not too bad right there.
Yeah, that's true. Could pick off this upgrade as well, which would be very, very useful for him.
Too.
Yep, soon. There it is. Bye-bye.
Very nice little snipe there by ReIGN.SLush.
He has 30 Mutas up now. He's not producing anymore. He is starting to commit over to Zerglings and Roaches, as a matter of fact, as he is about to max out. He actually has a ton of excess resources at the moment.
I like that. That's really cool. I mean, get your opponent producing a lot of Stalkers against the Mutas, and then go Roaches and Lings. And the Roaches are going to be something that are going to be pretty helpful against the Templar, too. They're a little bit tougher to kill with Storm. So that's going to be something that'll be a good tool for Slush to use in the later part of the game.
Yeah, agreed. Especially if we see Burrow or something like that, and he should be able to run through these 3 cannons, no problem.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
And it looks like they go down. Now, the Stalkers are a little bit of a different deal, but of course they are grouped up in this tiny little choke point in the back, so not all of them were firing at the same time, and these Mutalisk numbers are high enough that they're just starting to just straight up kill the Stalkers.
Yeah, he's one-shotting Stalkers, not even getting a chance to really blink away at this point. He needs to be careful. Storm is done, but those Templars don't quite have enough energy. Oh man, if one Storm could do so much damage to Slush right now.
Wow, Slush is actually maxed at the moment, however, and 70 supply on his opponent and pinning him to 3 bases. Yes, 3 base Protoss can exist there for a while and be very powerful, but against the way that Slush is starting to take base number 4 and soon to be 5, I would imagine, he's going to be able to remax very quickly.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for our Protoss player, but in theory, if he gets a couple really good storms off on those Mutas, that could bring him right back into the game again. There's about 60 supply in Mutalisks out on the map right now.
Oh, nice job picking off that Templar right away. Do we have another one on the field? Yes, there are 4 more that I'm not sure where they're at right now. Look how quickly those probes just evaporated. 25 workers killed for Cyrano very early on with that push. 19 have been killed back, though, for Slush.
Just 12 Mutas, though. He's been losing quite a few of them. He lost a lot engaging all those Stalkers, and that was kind of a big investment to make. But yeah, like you said, he's just replacing them with his next army, his master plan, if you will.
I like it. We're going to see if the master plan can work here, though, as there's quite a few Spine Crawlers and a Spore Crawler appearing up at the front to make sure that DTs are not going to continue to kill him.
It's going to be a strong attack.
Yeah, it really is. A couple of High Templar, though, Storms at the front. This is a small choke point, so a bunch of Zerglings could die quickly.
Well, here we go, and there's a Storm on those Mutas, some of them immediately dying. All the health very, very low. Whoa, storming his own units there.
Yeah, that was really smart out of Slush. He just wanted to kill the Templar at any cost so the Zerglings could flood in.
Yeah, really good. The Zerglings are going to be much less effective with, or much more effective, rather, with Storm out of the equation here.
And let's see, just 1 Templar remaining. It looks like there's some Overseers overhead as well, and those Zerglings could pop in just a second. There's still a little bit of energy that's left on those sentries, but not a ton.
Yep, and here we go, round 2 with Slush moving in. A couple Mutas as well, but this time the Zerglings get in. They are fighting Zealots, though, so they're going to die fairly quickly here.
Yeah, definitely.
And it looks like Cyrano's going to hold, at least for a moment here.
And it looks like 14 more roaches coming up as we have pathogen glands just finishing up with hive tech as well now for Slush. So he is going to kill quite a few zealots up at the front. Actually, that's pretty much the entire zealot wall. But of course, now that it's just roaches, it's only blink stalkers that are appearing for Cyrano.
Yeah, he needs to get that those forges powered again because he's trying to get his 2 attack, 1 armor upgrades going here, and it's just kind of stopped at the moment.
Yeah, you're definitely right. 13 workers coming up for Slush as well, so we will pull ahead by 13 workers. He'll have 75. It looks like we have a War Prism floating away with all colors of the rainbow. Zealots there.
Skittle Prism. Yep.
We do have a Stargate now coming up for Cyrano, though.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, he could try to produce some Phoenixes, although the time for Mutas has passed. I think what he's really planning for is Void Rays for the eventual Broodlords, possibly.
Yeah, and we could also see some sort of Fleet Beacon and Mothership in a bit as well.
Yeah, he needs to survive this first, though.
Yes, he does. That is a lot of roaches, and the economy for Slush is so good right now, he'll just be able to replenish this army over and over and over again. Ventral Sacs and Pneumatized Carapace coming up with upgrades as this attack moves through the front. There is detections. These roaches burrowed are still going to take a little bit of damage there. And where did that Warp Prism go? Down at the bottom right at the moment.
Yep, it's going all the way around to get to those expansions here.
Yeah, definitely. Nice job.
Oh, very nice idea, yeah. Scooping up the forges.
Yeah, it looks like
where's the storm at?
Let's see here. I don't know. There's the Templar, but those didn't actually hit that many roaches, and they're able to pull away.
Yep. Do reduce some of them to yellow here, and
there's
it looks like
Beacon.
There's enough. Yeah, there's a Fleet Beacon. It looks like there's enough spines and Zerglings here to handle these zealots.
Yeah, I think that's going to be more than fine. That Warp Prism going to have to jump away at the moment. But yeah, a Fleet Beacon coming up now for Cyrano, not producing anything else out of the Stargate, just using that as a way to get the Fleet Beacon. We'll probably see a Mothership here in a bit. We already have the Corruptors with Greater Spire done, and a ton of resources for Slush, so he will be able to move into Broodlord production here pretty quickly.
Yeah. Now, Cyrano's still not looking too bad himself. He's almost maxed out. Like you mentioned earlier, a 3-base Protoss can still be a force to be reckoned with, and he's going to just move out across the map here, taking a bit of a bold move. He knows he's behind. He knows he needs to make something happen. I don't know if we're going to actually get to see the Mothership this game or not, but if we do, he could throw down a good old-fashioned Archon toilet as well on some of Slush's units. So
yeah, Broodlords move so slow out of that vortex that they still all get eaten up by that AoE from the from the Archons.
Yeah, it looks like 3-3 on the way now for Cyrano. Zealots doing their thing.
Yes, you are correct. And there's enough Zealots there that they're going to, well, they're actually just going to attack into the Spine Crawlers and all die. That's what I meant.
All right. Yeah, 3 spines there. Yeah. Do a whole lot. Did warp in that 1 Stalker so he can fire from beyond the range of the Spine Crawler. That does help a little bit. Oh, the entire Roach army coming back to say hello.
Potentially beyond the game as well, but and now you all have WCG's Beyond the Game going through your head.
Oh, that song! Why? Why? I just got that out of my head, man.
My plan is complete. Anyway, okay, Mothership coming up now, and quite a few upgrades as you mentioned. The fleet of Broodlords is right behind as well.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see what Slush is going to be able to do with this Roach army. He is letting his opponent get close to max, though, and if he maxes with a Mothership, that is certainly a very different story.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at that point, if you lose your army, Protoss is probably not going to lose most of theirs, too. They can usually kill off Zerg armies fairly efficiently at that point. And then, you know, you usually die a lot to a counterattack. So Slush needs to be very careful about how he kind of pursues this next part of the game here.
Yeah, he is banking Larvae pretty well right now, so he'll be able to remax fast off of the immense amount of resources that he has. But, like we said, Mothership is still 35 seconds away. Here come the Broodlords now. Cyrano knows he can't engage directly into that right away. Oh, nice Storms, though. And the Roaches are just eating that damage.
Oh, man, yeah, they have to burrow, get some health back. That's the nice thing about those burrowed Roaches is that they don't necessarily need to stay damaged forever. Look at how fast they regenerate health. Wow.
Yeah, that is pretty ridiculous, but
not bad.
Slush
running Mothership
pretty well off of a couple of bases. You are correct.
She is
Mama Ship, there she is. And I don't know, man. I've seen this repeated a few times before. This seems like a familiar scenario, a big Broodlord army
we'll
and
see
a
what
Mothership.
Happens. Brave Zealot going out to see the army, and here we go. He doesn't have enough for Vortex right now. He's just going to have to cloak. There are Overseers there. If he can blink ahead and snipe out the Overseers, that would be perfect. No, he's blinking ahead, going after the Broodlords instead. Look at that. basically one-shotting the Broodlords. The Archon's doing a ton of damage as well.
Definitely.
And it looks like it's going to be enough. It looks like it is.
Yeah, those are all going to go down. Slush is trying to produce as much as he can right now. That Mothership, of course, didn't have enough for a Vortex right away because it does need that 100 energy, but that army is steamrolled. However, 42 Roaches coming up at the same time with 6 Corruptors, so Slush is going to be able to replenish this army extremely quickly, but man, Cyrano's army is getting very strong, and he has secured that 4th base, so his economy is going to look fine once he transfers some probes over there.
Cyrano has the Mothership. He's also got 2 observers in there as well, so the burrow that Slush was relying on is not going to do the trick anymore. And he just brutally crushed Slush's army.
Yes, he did.
I don't know. I'm worried about our Zerg player here. Here come the Roaches. It's not going to be the best angle to engage either.
Not at all. Filtering through that little choke point right there. But he does take down a couple of the Archons actually right up at the front, which is pretty nice. He needs to have some Overseers here or some detection. There's our Vortex.
Yep. Doesn't get the Corruptors, though. Looks like the Mothership might go down. No, he saves her.
Yes, very nice. And let's see if we get any more damage there. A couple of storms
right on
down.
the Vortex. Nope. Looks like, is he going to? No, doesn't have quite enough.
Nope.
I wish I had energy.
And Slush does survive there for a second. And guys, we have a pretty ridiculous game on our hands. Again, this is do or die for ReIGN. If Slush loses this game, then they fall to the lower bracket.
Yep, Slush is indeed 60 supply up right now. So he's got the army, but does he have the right composition to beat this? The Mothership, she did regain a little bit of shields, and I don't know, a lot more Corruptors being produced for Slush, and those are great for killing Motherships, but not so great for killing Stalkers.
Right. So let's take a look now. 200 supply indeed for Slush. Let's see what else he has. Just those 6 Corruptors coming up to add to the 2 on the field, so only 8 out there. They will eventually be able to deal with the Mothership, but I don't know, man. Cyrano's economy is starting to look good. Once again, he's probably going to need to think about taking a 5th, as he is going to mine out of his 3rd here pretty quickly.
Yep. That's right. He's going to be down to basically 1 base. He's going to want to take another one for sure.
And Slush continuing with his upgrades right now. He is on +3 missile attacks, getting +3 armor at the moment, as he does put down another 2 hatcheries down in the bottom right-hand corner. He has to watch out for these Zealots, which are trying to move around and look for such hatcheries. But may cut Slush's army in half now. Looks like Cyrano going to back up to a little bit better engagement points. This Mothership is taking quite a bit of damage, may end up falling, and there goes the Mothership.
Nice storms on those Roaches, though. You know, I was going to say, suddenly the Corruptor's not terribly useful. That is more than enough Stalkers to take out those Roaches with some proper Blink Micro. Storm's helping out as well. Cyrano, again, just brutally kind of rolling over Slush's army.
Yeah, he really is, but it looks like we're down to the nitty-gritty, though, because once again, Slush's max was still 2,300 2K banked at the moment. He's still playing a great brand of ZVP right now, and here comes Cyrano. He's going to make his way through, kill that base eventually, but looks like Slush may be able to get the surround that he wants.
All right, so he's going to beat those Roaches, too, and now the bottom right, that hatchery just got taken out as well by those Zealots, so suddenly the base situation not looking any better for Slush than it is for Cyrano.
Yeah. Let's see here. It looks like, Slush is basically working off of 1 additional base. He has kept this one over at the 12 o'clock pretty well. But, you know, he's basically been relying on his banked resources for a while. It's come out pretty well for him because Cyrano's been so starved for minerals that he hasn't been able to build back up to that devastating 200 supply Protoss army.
Ultralisk Cavern coming up for Slush. Interesting choice there.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to be transferring some drones and also working on killing yet some more Roaches.
Yeah, nice job taking out the Zealots and then retreating. Of course, that was not the best engagement point there for Slush up that ramp with a great concave.
Yep. Oh, runs a Templar right into those Roaches. That doesn't help. Nice fungals there. That's going to give him a little bit more traction here and preventing some of that Blink Micro. And Cyrano should pull back here. He's really kind of playing with fire. He's got barely enough.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. And what a game from these 2 players. Now, we're moving into, well into the 30-minute mark, so this has been very entertaining. Looks like another base is going to go down here just on the back of that 1 Zealot.
What does the economy look like right now for a Protoss player? Because he's not making anything at the moment.
No, he's not. So it's not bad. I didn't know if he was saving up for another mothership or something like that, but anyway, Fungal Grow's pinning down some Stalkers at the moment as yet more Roaches just power the way through. They are now on 3-3, 3-1-3 up for the Stalkers, but they are eventually all going to go down now. 110 supply advantage for ReIGN.SLush. It looks like he is trying to make his way back into the set.
Yeah, I think so. Those investors really helping him turn the tide. I suppose investors would too. It'd be like, can I have 5,000 minerals? Some venture capitalists are like, we'd like to fund Slush.
Yes.
We really think he could go a long way in this tournament.
No, I apologize. I'm an ex-DT and thus very frugal. So, anyway, let's see here.
That's right.
Okay, so observers all around for Cyrano. He sees exactly what his opponent is up to. Slush can't engage that point quite yet, but he can keep his opponent effectively contained. It looks like Cyrano trying to take a hidden expansion, but good luck trying to get that populated with drones, or probes, I'm sorry.
Yep. Probably wouldn't want to populate it with drones.
No, not at all. In fact, that would probably be devastating to the existence of that base.
Yeah, Cyrano suddenly in a position where he just cannot produce an army anymore. He just does not have any sort of economy. He can't even afford another Nexus. He needs to win basically with his next attack or the game is over. And you know what? Slush may not even wait for that. He may just decide to go and kill him right now.
And it looks like that's going to be the case. He is maxed and still has 3K 1,500 banked at the moment, so he will be able to replenish this army so quickly. Taking a look, he's got plenty of larvae to drop out a bunch more roaches as well, so here he comes. Slush just making his way in, and this base is going to die so quickly.
Yeah, the game is going to end when the Nexus dies. That is basically it then for Cyrano, unless he can somehow micro his way to a victory with this force. It's going to be it. Yeah, and Fungal Growth is going to ensure that that doesn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Very nice job. Those, oh my God, those Blink Stalkers taking so much damage. There's the GG. Slush is taking back another game, and all of a sudden it is 4-3 now, moving into game number 8.
Yeah,